you!
You're scared. And you should be.
Who are we? Babes! And what do we have?
We got a mom in the front row who taught her daughter how to suck dick!
I'm Mina Shirakawa. I used to be a model. I want to put on a big show.
Whoa!
And you're only here because even the feds saw through your bullshit.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the Saturday Shenanigans, hosted by yours truly, the Renegade J.J. Williams. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. CM Punk drama bullshit to the side. I still consider Heyman the worst AEW champion they've had. First of all, we're going to bring in Walter Cruz.
I said that as a joke when, what's his name, did his promo Monday. He said, I'm from a prestige university. I said he majored in Steiner, man.
We've got the Heb man, James Hebert, in the house.
I do really cool and dumb things on the internet.
Right. There's a lot of shit going on here. A lot of fucking crazy ass shit.
Where is Noah JD? Well, say his name and he appears because we believe in Noah Foster.
Fuck is this intro? It is one of those things where as fans, we do have these desires for what we want to see, but sometimes you can't always get what you want, and there are reasons you truly don't get what you want. I wouldn't even listen to this in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. What the fuck is this shit? God, rap is whack. And like I said, never been a greater time to be a wrestling fan than with more companies in a more lucrative spot, in a more comfortable business spot, in a sense of mind, it seems, than ever. Again, WWE is not the only one. It is not the end-all, be-all. So let's go back to the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams to get the official word. JJ, speak!
Make sure you tune in every week because you never know who's going to drop in to join the shenanigans. Catboy is in the house.
Hello, my internet family. I say if you want to make them as evil as possible, make them really mad.
We have Mansfield joining the party now. What is going on, Josh?
Like I told no one when we were in Cleveland, him joining JCU was just an unfortunate side effect of my shenanigans towards you, JJ. I know how it can get better, Noah. The panel chooses you.
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
He said that so like...
We got some of the intro back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just think how you and I had lunch together the other week.
That was different.
Ladies and gentlemen, the King is here. Say his name and he appears. We believe in King A-Train. There are so many believers in Joe Hendry. The only person on this panel that doesn't believe in Joe Hendry is King A-Train. Tell the world why you do not believe in Joe Hendry.
The reason I do not believe Joe Hendry is he is Fandango 2.0 in a entrance merchant. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Hey! There's nothing wrong with being an entrance merchant. He has some of the best entrances of all time.
Teleporting into the command center, all the way from Angel Grove High, Datilla.
Oh, yeah. I went to the command center on Thursday. I went to Vasquez Rocks, which is where they filmed a lot of episodes. Somebody actually climbed to the very top of those rocks. I made it halfway. I was like, I'm not going up there. Definitely Toni Storm versus Mariah May. That's the one match I probably am looking forward to the most. I really like the story. I'm familiar with all about Eve, so if it plays out that way, I kind of know how this is gonna go.
Say goodnight, Datilla.
Good night.
James, you did say his name. So he shall appear, ladies and gentlemen, the first time on the shenanigans. Jeff Meacham is in the motherfucking house.
Ah! Alright,
We're coming in hard with the botch. All right, fucking hell. It's good to do that. It's good to have an opportunity to talk to the crowd on a Saturday. If you want to have yourself stomach through it, you can go back and watch when the Main Event Mafia took over Impact. That's what James was talking about. So if everybody just joined us, we're talking about people sedating people, attempted murder, boys, and tips. Welcome to Saturday Shenanigans, everybody. Aren't you glad I'm back?
Welcome back, Jeff.
Cool.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to this very special midweek shenanigans here on the Simply Reliable Studios branded channels. You know who we be, but you're not here for us. No, no, nay, nay. You're here for our very special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Arguably one of the queens of the indies, one of the hardest working women out there. Top tier, Jazmin Allure is with us.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Jazmin. How are you doing this lovely Thursday evening?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. A lot of us had to rush to get here. Work called me in, and I told him, I was like, look, I can only come in if I'm off by a certain time. I got plans.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
So am I.
We're all out here just trying to be top tier. That's what the game is.
Did you see what you did there, Nick?
Hey, I'm the pun guy, not you.
Stick to your stick. Stick to your stick, Nick.
So, just get right into this. How did you discover professional wrestling? This is the first question that we've asked everybody we've talked to is how did you discover it? How did you fall in love with it?
So I was that little sister that always wanted to do what her older brother was doing. So my older brother loved wrestling. It was always on TV. My parents loved wrestling. So I grew up watching it. I think I was 3 or 4 when I went to my first ever WWE event, and then I remember loving it, and yeah, so I was just doing whatever my brother did, and I remember watching it at a young age and just loving it from the start.
Okay. Was there a specific match or moment or anything that really made you fall in love with it, or was it just I want to do what my big brother's doing, and just over time you didn't even realize it happened and it just happened?
Specifically the feud of Trish Stratus and Mickie James.
Okay.
That one that led to WrestleMania, that was very big for me. That was what really lit up a fire in me, and I was I want to do this because they're women and they're killing it out there. So that was the one feud that I remember growing up watching. That was oh my god, this is so cool.
Okay, that was Mania 22, so that was around 06, give or take?
Yeah.
Okay. And how old were you at that time, if you don't mind me asking?
I was 6.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Hell
of a storyline to get into it.
Yeah.
6 years old.
Right? And at 17, you moved from Mexico to the States to pursue the dream, right? What was the biggest culture shock when you moved?
So I first moved to Mexico to the States to pursue to go to college. And after 1 year of college, I was oh my god, my life is so boring. Yeah, I wanted to drop out. I was this is not it. And then I used my scholarship money to pay for wrestling school. So that, and I didn't tell my parents at all. Obviously, I was I'm gonna just do it, because they're probably gonna talk me out of it. They're probably this is a phase, don't spend all that money. But I did it anyways. I told them a couple months in that I was training, and it worked out at the end because as I started my wrestling career, whatever I was making from wrestling, I was using that to pay college. So it was a good investment.
Okay, and where did you train?
At AAPW here in Austin. That's where I started. Then I went and trained with Jazz and Rodney. And then right now, I'm at the Rhodes Wrestling Academy.
Oh, wow. Fair.
Some great teachers there. I'm not I don't really know who runs the first school you mentioned, but Rodney Mack and Jazz, obviously, and now Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
What's it like learning from legends like that? You know, Rodney Mack's still very much around in the NWA, right?
Yes. Honestly, it's super cool to learn from Jazz because she is like a female and it's like a different perspective. But also, I grew up watching her as well as Dustin. I grew up watching Dustin too, so it's really cool to like watch them on TV as a young kid and then like be able to train with them, and they're both so incredible.
Jazz is one I feel doesn't get the flowers she deserves.
Not even close to the flowers. She was a world beater, man.
Yeah, she was for sure ahead of her time when she was in WWE.
Yeah, I don't think they give her enough credit. I think she's recognized now more just because of the legacy and the legend, the time that passed. But when she was like heavily involved, she was not recognized.
She was not recognized for her talents. No, I think she was later, but yeah, I think you're on the money. I think she wasn't recognized until history recognized her, you know, as being a pioneer.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you look at the era that she came up in, and granted the ECW stuff aside, but being lumped in there with Lita, Trish, Victoria, Mickey,
yeah,
all of them get talked about way more than Jazz does.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make that case for a lot of women too, and I guess that definitely gives me a bit of a question to ask here. Out of all the people that you watched women's wise in wrestling, what do you think is like the most underrated person? Because I feel like I know who your most you know, your role models were in Mickey and Trish, but who is like the ones that you thought were underappreciated?
Oh my god. I mean, it would for sure have to be Jazz. I think she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm trying to think of like another one who I was like is underappreciated. I'm gonna just go with Jazz right now because I for sure think she deserves her flowers. I'm so glad that she's in the WEPC and she's training people because she has so much knowledge. Like, it's even more incredible when you like meet her and get to like pick her brain and you're like, oh my god, you're even better than like what I thought you were. Like, I mean, obviously I knew she was like amazing, but like she's really so knowledgeable.
She really is, yeah. Yeah, no, that's a valid shout.
I'm a huge fan of hers and Jacqueline from that era. Those are just some badass women that you didn't want to meet.
Yep.
Dark Alley.
Probably Molly Holly too. She's also incredible.
Holly was one I was gonna touch on because like I feel like, especially with what she sacrificed and just how kind person she is backstage. You hear all these great stories about her, and then like, you know, you hear about how much crap she had to like navigate, and she navigated just by being herself. And she, you know, the infamous Mania 20 moment where she literally said, "Hey, I'll put my hair on the line if you book us." Like, she was willing to sacrifice her own hair, right? And at the time, gorgeous set of hair too. She was willing to sacrifice just to get on the card for the women to get a spot. And that is like stand-up material too. I don't think Molly gets nearly enough flowers for what she did for the industry.
For sure.
So talk a little bit about training with Dustin Rhodes. I mean, you want to talk about another mind for the business. Like, Dustin is another one I don't think that gets the credit he deserves. It's always his dad and his little brother. You know, Dustin, I feel, gets overlooked unless you talk about the Goldust era. And even that, I don't think people really give it credit for what it did in the boundaries and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's another one that's so great to learn from. He has like decades of like knowledge as well as like, you know, what he's learned from his father. He is like super well-rounded. It was so incredible to meet him like at AEW, and that's where I like met him and got to learn from him. And he's just such a nice guy. So he's like such a father to me in wrestling. Like if I need something, even outside of wrestling, I can just like talk to him. He's such an amazing person. I can't thank him enough for what he's done for my career. So being able to learn from him has just been honestly such an amazing experience.
Yeah, I met him a few years ago. He did this for me, and then sat at his table, and he talked to me for like 15 minutes straight. Like literally, I was like, you didn't have to do any of that. I thought I was bothering him, and he kept talking. So I was like, I'm not gonna. Especially when he found out I love dogs, because man, that man loves to talk about his dog.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey man, hey, listen, dog lovers unite. Any pet lovers unite, really.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's so funny too.
I've heard really funny stories. There was I think there was like, unrelated story, but since it's about Dustin, I remember like just hearing him on Dark, and it was like he made me die laughing. I was cracking up like every time he would cut a joke. I swear Dustin could have like had a literal gig, like a side gig as being a stand-up comic. Like, I don't think he realizes how naturally funny he is, like when he gets going. Like, I think that's what made him so entertaining, especially in the Ruthless Aggression era time. It's just he's so naturally gifted and funny.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think he realizes that nearly enough.
I mean, he is the natural, so.
That's true. That's true. Maybe it does come naturally to him, I hear.
So having so many veteran teachers, like talk about what the difference is that you learn from each of them. Like, what do you get from Jazmin that you can't get from Dustin, that you get from Dustin that you can't get from Jazmin?
I mean, the biggest one is like, not even like
Jazz.
different. Wait, I mean, she was Jazmin before she was Jazz, so. So I guess the biggest one, like the biggest difference is like one is female, one is male. Like the knowledge you're gonna get from a female, like in this business, it's obviously like different. You know, she's been in female locker rooms, so she knows a little bit what's that like to give me like advice on what to do, what not to do, especially like gear, like the little stuff. She was so like knowledgeable about that. So, and that's stuff I didn't even know about, like when you get into the wrestling business, it's not just, oh, you come in and wrestle. No, you're doing everything, like wrestling, hair, tanning, nails, makeup. It's so much, especially as a female, you're doing much more than just wrestling. You're out there, you have to look like a star. So she taught me that kind of aspect of it. So that was really cool. I think I didn't really think about that going in, but she really helped me a lot with that.
On top of all those things, you've also got to worry about marketing because you're your biggest salesperson.
Yeah.
You've got to sell yourself to the promoter, to the crowd, to the rest of the locker room, and then your merchandise as well to get that extra little bit of cash. So.
And I also was trained by Thunder Rosa, and she was amazing at all of that. Like the social media, the marketing, the merch. I got to learn a lot from her on that aspect of it.
That's right, because you did some time in Mission Pro, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's it like, the Texas scene? Because like, I'm a Cali guy, so I can only imagine, what the Texas scene is like in comparison to what SoCal is. Talk a little bit about all the different promotions out there, from Reality of Wrestling to Mission Pro to I think Athena's promotion is in Texas, right? I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about the Texas wrestling scene for those of us that have no knowledge of it.
Yeah, the Texas wrestling scene is huge. Some people say it's like an island here. Like you can get booked 3 times a weekend and just never leave Texas. Like you can literally like just work Texas and you can be good. Obviously there's like a lot of schools, a lot of shows, a lot of female here to like work. It's really big, and like the people, the fans, they show up. Obviously it's also good to get out there, like Cali, New York, the Midwest. But yeah, no, the Texas scene is pretty good and pretty big. So it's actually, if you guys are ever in Texas, you guys should come to a wrestling show.
Definitely on my bucket list. I've only ever been through Texas. I have family in Missouri. So when I was younger, probably like 10, 12 years old, we drove to Missouri through Texas. And then Texas is a huge airport to like connect to other places. So I've been in the Texas airport, but never outside. And that airport is massive. Like, I thought LAX was bad. I have nightmares about the Texas airport.
Is it the Dallas one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one I've been to too. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
people swear LAX is like the worst airport, but I'm like, no. I didn't need to take a shuttle monorail system to get from terminal to terminal like I did in Dallas.
Yeah.
Really? I think it's the opposite. I think every single time I'm in LAX, I get lost.
Probably just because of the unfamiliarity. Like Dallas is a home airport, so you feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Probably the same here. LAX is a home airport for me, so I've been in there so many times. It's comfort.
For sure. Yeah.
So
Nick,
wrestling in the
hold on a second. Nick put in the private chat he had a question, so go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. No, sorry. I just because you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, just because I'm in the car as we're doing this, so that's why I'm not on camera.
Got you.
But I mean, Jazz. I mean, we've talked about the wrestling scene and different shows that you're a part of. What kind of goes, and this could be something cool for the audience. What goes into your decision on taking a booking or dealing with a certain promotion, and kind of what was your inspiration or what went behind the decision to go with the Rhodes Academy as your wrestling school?
So usually I have a few couple like promotions that I work for, like Hurricane Pro, anywhere where I'm defending my Ladies Night Outs championship. I was the Rhodes Wrestling Association champion, so those are like priority. Obviously, like then after that, there's a lot of decision making. Kind of like who I'm interested to work with, who am I wrestling, that kind of stuff. But usually I have the same like 3 or 4 promotions. I'm like, okay, I'm very loyal to you. Like, we're gonna like keep working, especially if I'm your champion, I have to come back. But yeah, and for Rhodes, oh my God, like who wouldn't want to learn from Dustin? Who wouldn't want to like be able to wrestle on his show and get feedback and like get better? That is just like, to me, it's such a win. Like I would do anything to be like a part of that school, so and that's why I decided to go there.
No, that makes perfect sense. And Walter, you were about to say something, but before you do, you mentioned the Ladies Night Out Championship and defending titles. I think now is as good a time as any, because I have teased on social media. We have 2 big announcements. The first one is Ed messaged me, and your match against La Leona is now for your Ladies Night Out Championship.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I didn't even know that.
It's pretty good.
I'm glad because he was like, man, the only way she'll know is if Telly tells her from Ladies Night Out. I hope he doesn't, because then you guys get to break the news. But yeah, he messaged me a couple weeks ago after we got this set up and was like, hey, you guys can break the news that her match is now for the Ladies Night Out title. I'm like, sweet.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, any chance I can defend that belt, I love it. It's always fun.
And I also got the opportunity, I don't know if you remember, but we met in SoCal for the Future of Women's Wrestling show back in October.
Yeah.
So the question I was going to ask, kind of piggybacking off of Nick, and then Walter will go to your question, so don't lose track of that. Do you prefer working for mixed locker room, mixed promotions, or women's only promotions?
I guess I don't have a preference. I do love working for like all women's promotions, just because it seems like such a sisterhood, and we support each other. I'm all here for women's wrestling. Anytime I can be on an all women's show and promote it and promote like the talent that we have on the card, it's amazing. So I don't really have a preference. The guys are amazing too, and I love supporting women's wrestling. So either or. I do love working for Future of women's wrestling, because that is one of the shows I've been there since the very beginning. So I am very loyal to them too. I love working for that promotion. I love being like in the Cali area. That is when it feels like home to me. I'm not from there, but the crowd, is always so welcoming.
like a second home type of crowd.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. That was the first time I had been to their show, and truth be told, I went because of La Princesa.
Oh, okay.
We had interviewed her last April, so it was actually my first time getting to see her wrestle live. You know, all you women killed it, especially considering that she had to condense that show. Like, I swear to God, the runtime of that show was like under an hour and a half, because the promoter was saying that they had to get out for some other event.
Oh, wow.
Somehow y'all cranked out all those matches in under 90 minutes, and still amazing action, told stories, got the fans invested. Like, I'll never understand how y'all do it as performers, but that was just, you know, hats off to y'all for doing that so efficiently.
Thank you. I now remember. I remember like getting changed, and they're like, "You're next," and I was like, "I'm next." Like, this went by so fast. I do remember that. Yes.
Go ahead, Walter. I know you had something you were gonna
Like,
ask.
what do you mean I'm next? Coming from Mexico and now being in Texas, there's a heavy, Latin culture there. So, like, talk about what it means to represent that culture and have that on your back, like that luchador style. And the second part is like, what style do you prefer? Like the luchador style, the brawling. Like, I know coming from different schools, you have to learn each style. Which one you prefer to wrestle in, and like the weight of what it means to represent the Latin community.
I started off American style. That is mostly what I wrestle. When I do lucha style, it's a lot of fun. So coming from Mexico to like Texas was like, obviously there's like a culture shock, but I am so grateful that I got to live in Mexico. I did middle school and high school over there, and just seeing how everyone is so hardworking, so passionate about what they want to do and their goals. I'm not sure if you know, but in Mexico, like, there's not a lot of opportunities. And I remember being in like middle school, and these people are like, I want to go to college, I want to do this and that. And I didn't really have like any kind of like dream of going to college, but I saw how others like worked so hard in school, and like some of them didn't even make it to college just because it's not like affordable, or there's not enough like opportunities to go to college. So I really was like, okay, I have to take advantage the fact that I am Mexican American and I can go to college here in the US. So that's why I decided to move, but I also like to represent where I come from, where my parents come from. So, a lot of times, like, I speak Spanish in the ring, I speak Spanish in my promos. A lot of my vignettes, I make sure to include, the Mexican colors, or, just remind people where I come from, because it is so important, especially growing up. I didn't really see someone, a female, that was like very vocal about being Mexican, and like where she comes from and her roots and everything. I remember seeing Thunder Rosa, and that was like, oh my God, like, she's Mexican American like me, and she was killing it on like NWA and AEW. So she's really like my inspiration for being a representation for the Hispanic community. So and also AJ is Puerto Rican too, and she looked like me. Like, I remember seeing her and being like, she's small, she's Hispanic, she's really feisty. So I remember seeing her and being like, yeah, like, I want to be like her.
She always says, "I'm from Jersey, I'll stab you, I'm Puerto Rican." But she says that, dude. She always says
I
it.
know. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, people don't understand the pride it takes to represent that. So I'm glad you do it. And you're coming up in the right time, because before it was like shunned upon when you try to speak Spanish, but now it's like they don't really care anymore. It's like they don't force you to learn English. That the Japanese people get to speak Japanese, the Spanish people always like. But Eddie always did that too. Eddie always threw Spanish halfway into his promo. So like I feel like he set the tone, but now I feel like it's more widely accepted. This is the time to come up with it when you're Latino.
Yeah, especially seeing Stephanie Vaquer, like, sometimes she'll cut promos just in Spanish. Her whole thing is like, wrestling's my first language, and that is true. In wrestling, like, we can come from different backgrounds, but our first language is wrestling.
Exactly. I think food and wrestling barricade any language. It doesn't matter.
Really. Music too.
Yeah,
but
music too.
That's a close third from those two things. But yeah, I agree.
You just mentioned AJ Lee. She said some very favorable things about you recently in an interview. Talk about what it must have been like hearing somebody that you look up to, like you just said, especially, you know, in the Hispanic community, and she's over here praising you to the wrestling media, talking about how you need to be signed by a major company like tomorrow.
I
You know,
know, man.
TikTok.
Yeah, right. That was so incredible. Like I said, she didn't have to do that. She's champion right now. She's killing on TV. She has so many projects going on, and the fact that she took a little bit of her time to like put me over and talk, so good about me and say that I should be in WWE is incredible. She really is like a godmother to me. I love that, like, even throughout the years that I can reach out to her and talk to her. I just saw her this past weekend, so it was so good to catch up, and she's incredible. She's such a nice person. Whenever, like, they say, like, don't meet your idols, like, she's truly one of the most amazing people in this business, and it's just so incredible.
I'm pretty sure the way you feel about her is the way she felt with Lita. If you go back and look at those pictures of how she met Lita, so she's just passing it along, and it's nice that she passes it to the next generation.
Yeah, that's true.
She has good taste. You know.
I was gonna say, yeah, we've seen you on Title Match Network a few times, and every time we've been thoroughly impressed. One of the things that we do here is we do watch-alongs, so we'll, like, do alternative commentary, live reactions. Done a few different Mission Pro shows, done a couple Ladies Night Out. Did Poder last year. I don't recall if you were on the VIP wrestling show last year. It was supposed to have Jordan Grace on it, but she was in the Rumble the next night, so she pulled out. But we did that.
Yeah, I was on that show.
Okay, yeah. Did that one as well. You can, all that is on our YouTube page, but we support and we champion women's wrestling too. That's kind of how we got involved in doing these interviews, and I don't want to say helping Ed, but like kind of sort of helping Ed, because having done the watch along for Poder last year, when we started seeing, all the talent announcements and everything for this year, I just shot my shot. Wayne Grady says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
So I shot my shot, and I was like, dude, do you want to come onto our channel and talk about it? And he said, absolutely. And from there, I just started hitting all you girls up to see if any of you wanted to come and talk about Poder. And from February 7th through April 11th, we've literally had a guest every week, except for Valentine's Day.
That's so awesome. And thank you so much for, doing that for Poder Mania, because it's such good exposure, and it's great that us wrestlers can come on here and talk about the show.
It's great that you give us your presence.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're humble about it. Like, we're so small time. It's like y'all could be giving your attention to the Fightfuls, to the Wrestling Observers. It's like we're small time in the space. So the fact that y'all are willing to give us, however long you grace us with your presence for. We've had interviews as short as an hour. We had Leva Bates this past weekend, went for almost an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Like, however long y'all are willing to give us, like, we are just so grateful. Talk about your upcoming Poder match with Alejandra Quintanilla, La Leona.
She's
she's another one that we've seen a few times and very impressed by her. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to this.
Yeah, she's another Latina who's killing it and who's like doing it for her culture as well. She's Salvadorian, so she's just like, I think she's like the first female from El Salvador to be like in AEW and like CMLL and like all these like cool places. So she's also, a great wrestler herself. So I'm excited to wrestle her. Obviously, she's just not top tier. So I guess still be champion.
Gotta get the pro with you. Shots fired for real.
There you go.
But yeah, that's gonna be a match, probably the match of the night. But there's a lot of great matches. That card is stacked, and for me, Mania Week, like it's gonna like everybody's going all out. This is like Mania week, you know, everybody is in town. We're all just like trying to have like the match of the night. So this is a very stacked card. So if you guys haven't gotten your tickets, you should.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Walter and I, with the
definitely,
top row, we have our tickets. We will be there from April 14th through the 22nd.
Awesome.
We're not even going to WrestleMania. We're doing no WWE functions. We are doing collective stuff. We're doing small time promotions. We're going to be front row for Poder.
Hell yeah.
We're even going to be going to Ladies Night Out.
Yes.
You know, do you know who you're going to be defending the title at? Assuming, let's be fair, you retain. Do you know who you're going to be fighting on the Ladies Night Out show yet?
Actually, I don't. This is all gonna be a surprise to me, I guess. But it really doesn't matter. I'm ready that week. I'm like preparing myself. I have a couple matches, signings, and it's gonna be a really like busy week. But I'm excited and I'm ready.
Busy for everybody. Like I said,
yeah.
I think Walter and I have at least 10 different shows we're doing
Yep.
over the course.
Yep.
You know, because we got the package for the collective, so a lot of the shows are going to be those.
Yeah.
You know.
That's awesome.
And I might have to add you to the list.
Which list?
I got a gimmick. I got a list of mamacitas that I call from the wrestler. That I call them mamacitas. I might have to add your name to it.
There you go. Good shit. So I wanted to ask, like, in particular, like, what would be your favorite kind of match? Is there like a match type that like you hear you're announced for is like, ooh, I like this? Has there ever been like a match stipulation that you've like competed in the past, or no? Like specialty step?
I haven't. Not when I'm like, you know, what I really want to do is like a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Ooh.
Just like backstage in the parking lot, like, or
Just
like
brawl.
Ed, you hearing this? Ed.
Right. I want them to bring back a parking lot brawl so bad. Nobody does that with
Yes.
the cars, like the Eddie and
Yes.
Cena thing. I want to see
Yeah.
that again, especially with two females. You guys are pulling it so badass. Like I feel like,
I feel like you could pull it off.
I was in a War Games in California, like in Palmdale. I was in a War Game, so that one was really interesting. That one was really fun. So I think that's like the most interesting one I've been in. But I would love to do a Falls Count Anywhere. Just
piggybacking off that, when they tell you your stipulation, do you have to train differently? That you're like, oh shit, now there's gonna be canes in here. There's gonna be this. Let me train my body to withstand these hits. Or is there a difference in training you got to do when you know that?
Is there?
I mean, you can never prep getting hit by something, but you know what I mean.
Timing couldn't be better after what just happened this weekend. So, like, is there different, legitimate, like, preparations for a match like that?
So at APW, my first school, we had like a hardcore day where we just learned like how to like give chair shots, take them, you know, the kendo sticks, how to like properly give them and everything. I will say you're never really prepared for those kind of like you can't really prepare your body.
You just brace for impact kind of thing.
Yeah, and adrenaline helps, but like I'm not gonna be like the day before, like, give me 10 chair shots just to like prepare, you know? Yeah, we're not.
In order to get the bumps, Let me make myself worse for the matchup.
Yeah, there's certain stuff you just like kind of just do it out there, and that's kind of one of them.
Yeah, JJ and I trained in wrestling. We did kind of like the backyard style. I feel like the worst is the freaking light tubes. Like, I hated that crap.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do those.
Yeah, we were never so crazy that we did that.
Yeah, no, we did them.
Yeah, that those I am scared of, because won't they get in your eyes?
They can,
They do, but technically, what you have to do is when you buy them, you have to like unscrew it, and there's like a filter in it. That's the most dangerous thing. They remove. Let me not reveal what wrestling does, but yeah. Let me try.
Forget shield behind the corner. We're just going to throw the whole curtain open.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Let me try to keep kayfabe.
So you talked about doing a war game style match. You know, what's it like getting thrown up against that steel cage, and especially for someone built a little bit smaller, a female like yourself? You know, like we look at these guys do it, and we already were like, Jesus, that's got to be painful. But you guys, you know, built a lot smaller. Like, what does that feel like?
It doesn't feel great, but you know, like when you hear the crowd and all the adrenaline, it's kind of numb, honestly. Like you'll feel it like 2 days later. That's just kind of that. Especially me, I have so much adrenaline. Sometimes I don't feel a lot when I'm out there, and then like the next day I'll like get up and I'm like, oh, my back hurts, my neck hurts, and then I was like, well, I was in like a steel cage match, so maybe that's why.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just a hunch.
Yeah, could be.
Back joke.
Maybe.
Sorry.
So you've done work for AEW, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of stuff did you do for them? You know, who'd you have matches with, or was it like backstage stuff?
I've had like 14 matches with them. So I've had matches, you know, with Thunder Rosa. She was my debut match, and she was my trainer. So it was like a student trainer match. Like
were these on Dark?
Yes, and I also wrestled her on Dynamite.
Oh,
so I had a Dark match and a Dynamite.
Yeah, that's how I know her. She had the match with Thunder on Dynamite.
Okay.
Which funny? Well, it wasn't funny at the moment. My top, like legit unbuttoned.
Oh,
so if you watch that match, like I'm like just trying to like make sure my top doesn't come off, and she's chopping me. She's like chopping me.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that.
That's funny.
Luckily, I had like so much tape that like it would stay on, but I just remember Aubrey being like, hold your top, like Sal, but hold your top. You know what I mean? Like, because the producers in the back were like, oh my God, her top's gonna come off, and this is live TV. And there was like a crowd, like this is like when crowds started like coming like in the arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because this was like 2021, right? 2022ish.
Yeah. So it was kind of scary. It was really scary that my top almost came off on national TV, and it was my debut like on national TV. And
oh wow,
there was
what
so
do you
much
even
going on.
do in a situation like that?
That must be your welcome to
nightmare.
wrestling moment, right?
That really,
yeah.
That was your welcome to wrestling moment, and oh God, how did I end up here? Like you're in that Deadpool thing, like, hi, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
If my top would have came off, that would have been the meme.
Oh yeah,
for sure
100%.
That's definitely welcome to wrestling. I feel like every industry has like. I work in like transportation and a vehicle, and I swear every time we hire someone new, somebody hits a mailbox, somebody has an accident, somebody, and it's like, oh, welcome to the company. That's their moment right there.
So who else did you wrestle in AEW?
Ty Conti, Serena Deeb.
Okay.
There was a couple, you know, Taya Valkyrie, Abaddon.
These are great.
I was gonna say you're top tier, but these are some top tier talents that you mixed it up with. So
that was like my thing. So I got into AW. I was less than a year in.
Okay.
I was maybe like 15 matches in, and so at some point I was wrestling more in AW than I like did on the indies. And so I was like, okay, I'm going against these top names, and I've proven I can hang with every single one of them, so I am top tier. That's how it all came about.
Got you.
Good.
That's a great way to come up with that nickname, because that was gonna be a question, but that kind of just fell into our lap there.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
I need top tier versus La Princesa. I need to see this.
It already happened.
Did it?
Future of women's wrestling.
No, I mean live though. I know that happened, but I mean live. I gotta see this live.
See it.
Yeah.
Oh,
now that you're the new Mamacita and La Princesa is his original Mamacita, you know, gotta have the two going at each other.
I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
can
guys
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yeah,
Can you hear us?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So for some reason, people are just calling me right now, like left and right. It's fine.
I hear that.
Maybe people are watching you like, hey, I see you online.
Yeah, I'm like, it's
me?
live.
Well, hey, if Dustin calls, you put him on the phone because
right?
he was talking back and forth with me about setting up an interview a while ago, and it just kind of dead. So I didn't want to keep bothering him, but
That'd be funny.
That would be funny if Dustin calls.
So, have you done any work for WWE?
Yes,
Is now
I've
the follow-up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've had 2 matches with them. I did a main event match in 2022
Okay.
against Tamina. And then in 2023, I had a SmackDown match against Lacey Evans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I was just coming back into wrestling after a hiatus at that time, so I definitely wasn't watching main event. I don't think I've ever really watched that show. But SmackDown, I probably saw that and just didn't realize it. I have to go back and try and find that.
Yeah, both those experiences were incredible. I remember like hearing a lot of stuff like WWE at the time, you know, they were like switching over from like Vince to like Triple H, or they didn't know what they were like gonna do with that, or they were selling the company. So there was like a lot of like stuff I was hearing, and I was like kind of scared to like go and like do extra work. But every single time I've been there, it is so awesome. The girls were also so nice. Like both times I had matches, especially the first time, you know, a lot of those girls like came up to me and said I did really good, and like they were just really, really nice about it. So it's such an incredible locker room. I would love to be a part of it one day. That is my dream. Everyone there is just so nice, so helpful, and even like the producers are incredible, and they're just amazing.
Okay. I guess to kind of follow up on that, talk about the differences between working at AEW and WWE, even as just extra work, like the environments, the talent. Like I'm, don't want to start a round of tribalism, but you know how fans are out there. Just curious what the differences are between working both companies.
Well, I mean, I've had great experiences with both. I will say, like, AEW was a different time. I was there. I was so new, so green. I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of going with the flow. I was like learning as I was going, learning from Dustin, Jerry Lynn. But everyone there was also so nice that like when I go back now, it's kind of like a little reunion. It's like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in such a long time. Oh my God, how are you? Even though there's like a lot of new people, but the people that were there from like the Jacksonville days and at Daily Place, it's like a little reunion. It's amazing. It's like, oh my God, how you been? Whereas like WWE, I didn't know any of them. I met them there because they were like probably in NXT or like main roster by the time I got into the business. So it's a little bit different for me in that aspect, but they're both so nice. This like wrestling at the end of the day, we're all friends. Like we have friends in like different companies, and we just try to support each other. The more companies that there are out there, the more work for us and for our
100%.
peers. So this rivalry is so like crazy to me. It's more of a fans thing, but for us, it's like we want everyone to do well because it's our friends or it's our peers,
Can we get you to like have a megaphone and say that louder for the people in the back that don't get the memo yet? That's
James.
Been
We're gonna clip it, okay? We're gonna clip it. It'll go viral.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'm glad to hear about that because that's the positive thing of social media.
Yeah,
I don't think people realize that everyone in the companies has friends in the other company. Like, they just get so into their own head. It's like, are you Coke? Are you Pepsi? It's like, are you WWE or are you AEW? It's like, no, I'm RC. I'm Shasta. Like, it's like, don't even let me in with all those other things. You know what I mean? Like, one of the other things we do, in addition to championing women's wrestling, which we talked, is we try to have conversations while ending tribalism.
Yeah.
Because none of us see the point of it here.
especially for what we do in the SRS and in the Wrestle Collective as well. Like we've been championing that since
just
both
dumb.
groups started. Really,
it's just dumb to us. It's like we just don't get the point in it. It's like it's one thing to like what you like, but we're fond of saying here in the Simply Reliable Studios, and especially with you take like WrestleMania week. You take all the different promotions that are going to be running, from FSW to GCW to New Japan to Stardom to Tokyo Joshi to Ladies Night Out, to Progress. And if you can't find something to enjoy that week as a wrestling fan, get the fuck out the fandom.
Yeah, really.
Seriously, because if you can't find something to enjoy, you're just watching it to bitch.
Yeah, really.
And you bring everybody else down with that kind of negativity.
I couldn't agree more.
You know what I mean? It's like, how can you look at a buffet as diverse as what's going to be in Vegas that week and not find something to enjoy?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
You're right, yeah.
I have to ask, because you talked about facing all these different women from the indies like Tiffany Nieves, and then you had these matches with Thunder, and you had matches with Tamina. What was like the one person that you fought, especially in the early days, that like you learned a lot from and felt like you bettered and honed your skills with?
Oh man, I think I definitely feel like every match you learn something.
Yeah.
I would say when I wrestled Serena Deeb at Wildcat Wrestling, she's someone that like I learned like wrestling. I also wrestled her like on AEW. It was like a short match though, but when I got to wrestle her one-on-one on the indies, that was really incredible. She just the way, she's just very also like so experienced. She also was a trainer at WWE, so like just learning from her, picking her brain, it was incredible.
Yeah, that's another woman who I feel like even nowadays is like so underrated, because they forget how good she was when she had her time in the spotlight finally. Because I feel like Serena, and you could probably attest to this with the matches you had with her, but I feel like Serena, like, she always made everybody else look good as a trainer, and even as like a side character. She was like when she was in the Straight Edge Society, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And then people saw her work, and it's like, wow, she's damn good at what she does. Damn good. I that's a great answer, because I was literally gonna think she gonna say Serena Deeb. Yeah. That's a fantastic pick.
Yeah.
And then to piggyback off of that, this is kind of a two-parter. Who is out there that you haven't wrestled yet? That's like your dream opponent. You can pick one for like the TV companies and one that's out there on the indies that maybe you haven't gotten somebody in the ring yet.
I'm gonna kind of give the same person for both because she's out everywhere. Mercedes Moné. She's on the indies, she's on TV, she's everywhere, and she has always been my dream match. There's so many, obviously. Like, I would love to wrestle AJ too, or tag with her, or like do anything with her, because she's such an incredible human being. Like, I'll ref her matches, I'll walk her out, whatever, it doesn't matter. But also, like, Mercedes, like, she's so amazing. Anybody from the Four Horsewomen, but Mercedes is like killing it everywhere. Japan, Mexico, Canada, like France, in the US, like indies, TV, like she is legit everywhere. And to be the best, you have to beat the best, and I truly think she is the best female wrestler right now.
That's fair. Ric Flair always said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. To be the best, you got to beat the best. Kind of good thing that wasn't going around. I don't know when the last time you did an interview or were asked a question like that, but like while she was on her belt collector gimmick, like, I don't know, having her come after you while you had 3 titles, would have added those to her collection, I would have been kind of mad. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to call myself a Mercedes hater. I'm not her biggest fan. So to have seen you lose all those belts to her, that would have kind of pissed me off. I'm not going to lie.
Let me say, if you
She did comment or like tweet at me when I had the belts, but I just think she was scared, so she never really did anything about it.
if you fight,
fire, you heard it here. Mercedes is scared of the top tier.
whoever, when you face her, you make it easy for us to know who to cheer for. I tell you that much, because we.
Someone here says, "Please, Jazmin versus Natty, give us to us. Vulture and JJ won't know who to cheer for."
Oh my god,
that would be an interesting one.
Natty,
I'm not gonna lie, that's probably accurate because I've been a fan of Natty since before she got into WWE. I think it was Ballpark Brawl 3. I saw on DVD.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was her versus Tracy Brooks.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I know
like
that.
that's when I became a fan of her before she even got signed, and I've been ride or die for her entire career. Like even named my daughter Natalie. Got Natalie on my arm.
I forgot.
You know,
Yeah,
so
I forgot that's why you named her Natalie. That's
so like that would be hard. I'm not gonna lie, but and especially now that she's the low key legend Natty. And we're finally getting that side of her like that we all knew existed, but wasn't able to get out there. That promo she cut a few weeks ago just still lives rent free in my head, where she told Maxine, "I'm a badass they tried to convince was a bimbo. You're a bimbo trying to convince us you're a badass." It's like, yes, ma'am. I've always knew this was in her.
Yeah, she's awesome. I'm really loving what she's doing with her character and like how she's done like also like reality or wrestling out here in Texas. And like she's taken it to AAA, so it's so incredible to see. She's also one that's been underrated for years, and she's also like getting her flowers now. So I would love that match.
Yeah.
I love how we were doing an interview and this just turned into us fantasy booking programs for Jeff to have.
Well, okay. Number one, we've fantasy book segments before that came into reality.
This is true. This is
legit. When we did my interview with Tiffany, I had asked her, with her being
the Charmel thing,
and Charmel being Queen Charmel, had you ever thought about doing anything with her? And she was like, "Actually, I need to make a couple of phone calls." And then literally like 2 weeks later, the thing with her and Charmel in reality started.
I was there.
Which won feud of the year last year.
I was there.
That was me that planted those seeds. So
okay, so you guys are manifestation kings. I'm on here for it.
Yes,
manifestation and just fantastic fantasy bookers. We'll get people. I don't want to toot our own horn, but people in the comment section all the time are saying how we need to be hired by major companies because the stuff we come up with is better than what we see on TV a lot of the times.
Yeah.
But we just heard Natty was announced for Bloodsport. Have you ever thought about doing anything like the Bloodsport environment?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I haven't put much thought into it, but I love watching it. So I would be down,
There we go. Get Jazmin versus Natty at Bloodsport. Let's book it.
I love Bloodsport and I love women's MMA. I'm the MMA guy, so I love any kind of variation on that. But you talk about who you idolized growing up and everything. So when you were young, you were looking up to people. Maybe there's a 6, 7-year-old, 8-year-old now watching you. So what advice would you give them? And it why you had to do that? I wasn't even thinking that, James.
There's a bit of autism that just came out just then.
I felt myself too. I was like, don't do it.
We were thinking the same thing, huh? We were thinking the same thing. Yeah, that's what I love to see.
Yeah, look, I'm the dad, and I started walking around saying it so that my kids think it's uncool now to keep saying it because my dad keeps saying it, but they still do it. But anyways, what advice would have?
It's funny. It's just common nomenclature now in the meme world that you just it's funny 6-7. Why is it funny? None of us know why it's funny. It's
it just became a thing.
We don't understand. It's just whatever.
Back to Walter's question though. What advice would you give to a young person out there looking up to you, and especially a young girl looking up to you like you looked up to the others?
I mean, I think it's so cheesy, but like, I would just say like dream big and go for it. Because like when I was in Mexico, it was very like you have to go to school. Like the only way out, and I come from like Ecatepec, so it's like a very like it's poverty. There's a lot of like, a lot of shit going on there. So like the only way out was like, oh, you go to school. There's no like, oh, you would become an actress or like whenever you would bring that up, they're like, that's not realistic. That's not. So when I would like be like, okay, I want to be a wrestler, they're like, okay, like that's just like a dream. Like, what do you actually want to do? But it was a dream and I made it come true. So I just think dream big and go for it.
Yeah, don't let fear stop you. That's what stopped me, man. Because I used to want to move to Houston and go to Booker T school when I was younger and just never did it for that fear stopped me. So just don't let fear stop you.
Yeah.
It's like it's bad enough that money stops us a lot of the time. Don't let fear be what stops you.
For sure.
Amen to that.
Because honestly, that's probably the only reason why I didn't go into an actual wrestling school was just I couldn't afford it. So
it is expensive. It's very expensive.
It's about
but
as
the
expensive
rewards are worth it.
Yeah, I only did like 2 months. That's all I can afford.
I hear it.
Yeah, I got very lucky. I had a scholarship and it covered it. I didn't tell anybody about it because I'm sure nobody would have been happy about that. My parents probably would have been like, what are you doing with your scholarship money? But it worked out at the end. If you look at them, I got my 2 degrees, so I finished over there.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should go back, try to be a referee or something. Because I'm too old to wrestle, so maybe I can go do that.
What were the scholarships for?
What were your scholarships for?
I had a couple. I was like when I came from Mexico to the U.S., I was like trying to be an overachiever, so I applied to like 5 scholarships a day, just trying to get as many as I could.
Oh, okay.
Like I moved on by myself, so I didn't have money. I was considered like pretty much homeless when I was 17 because because when I signed up to high school, like they were like, what's your address? And I had only been in the States for 2 days, so I was like, I don't have an address. Like I'm staying with my brother, but I don't know if he's even like if that's his address. So like they're like, oh my god, like you don't have parents here, you don't have like my brother was like 20, so he wasn't even old enough to be my guardian.
That's so crazy.
I literally I applied to like a job right away, but it takes like 2 weeks while they put like social security and everything in. So I literally had like nothing, and I was like, I need to get as much money as I can for school, and then kind of just happened.
Those are the stories you hear when people make it. It's like the humble beginnings, and it's good to see when people don't lose that humbleness.
Really is. And I do have Mexico to thank for that, because I was born and raised in Orlando, Florida. That's where I lived with my parents, my brother. We moved to Mexico at the age of like 12. My parents lost like everything. I literally had like I came from like having decent stuff and like having some money to like going to Mexico having nothing, like starting over, and that was really hard to do as a 12-year-old. So I really learned a lot from there, how to be very appreciative of like the little money we have, the little food we have, like the little opportunities we have. And I still was like a little bit better than my friends. My friends were walking like an hour to go home and from school. Like it was really crazy seeing what kids did back in the day just to go to school. So I was like, okay, I have to like finish school because, you know, a lot of people like would do anything for this opportunity.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like all I did was move from Connecticut to California, and I thought that was big. Like I couldn't imagine moving from a whole nother country.
Honestly, shout to you because I don't like that's takes a lot, especially at the age you were to like make that move and do it with such grace and humility. I'm sure you've gotten that before, but like that's a lot. That's quite a lot actually.
Yeah, and it all worked out. Then, you know, I'm living my dream now. So, you know,
You're damn right.
It made me the person I am today.
Yeah, and you got 2 scholarships on top of it.
Yeah.
There you go. Or scholarship? Is it scholarships or degrees? I don't know.
Degrees.
Degrees. That's what I meant.
Degrees in.
Start. Yeah. What are your degrees in?
So I have an associate's degree in business and then a bachelor's degree in public relations, which is like advertising, marketing, social media, communications, all that stuff.
Oh, they're gonna love
professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling is gonna love you. I think you may have a job for life in this industry.
Maybe we need to get you hired by one of the big companies so you can be their social media relations person because there's a lot of people that need coaching.
Yeah, I've said that so many times. Somebody really needs to have social media coaching.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we know about Poder Mania. We know about Ladies Night Out. What else are you booked at for Mania Week? Or are those the only 2 shows that you're booked other than WrestleCon?
No. I have WrestleCon. I don't know if I can say some. Okay, I can say some because they haven't been announced.
Okay.
But the other one, it's like a hybrid wrestling show. It's called Hybrid Wrestling Show, but they're like doing it with a couple other shows. That one's like at midnight.
Hybrid wrestling / pro wrestling unplugged?
Yes, I think that's what it is. A fatal
We're gonna
four-way.
be for that one too.
Is that
Second row.
midnight? Really?
Oh, wow, there you go.
Yeah, we're
Second row
going.
for that one.
These guys are following you everywhere, Jazmin. It's really weird.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not.
I'm gonna be so happy to see you guys. Like that's what Mania Week's all about. Like bringing all these fans and like wrestlers in the same area. It's so cool to see everyone from different areas. So I'm excited. So yeah, I have those 3 that are announced in WrestleCon, and then I have one more Sunday morning that hasn't been announced. So I don't know if I can say it.
Okay, fair enough. Don't want to get you in trouble.
No.
And then one more.
You can tell us off camera.
Yeah, I have one more that I'm super excited for, but yeah, I can't really say it. So
yeah, don't say. We don't want you in trouble with the big people in the companies.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't want you to get off the interview and be like, no, you're not booked for that now.
Right?
Yeah. We don't want it to be our fault. Damn sure we feel awful.
So
yeah.
It's awesome. Like I'm starting to run out of things to ask. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Me too.
So we'll go ahead. We'll start wrapping things up. Go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you on social media, Jazmin.
Yes.
You guys can find me at Jazmin, Jazmin, Allure, Allure, and that is my handle on every social media: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, I don't even know what else there is, but yeah, that is literally my social media on all handles. So yeah, follow me.
Good for you getting your social on all handles proper.
Right.
That's impressive.
I tried. I was like, I hate when it's like different. I'm like, what are you here? What's your name over here? Like,
yeah.
I'm the same. And I made sure, I was like, when I came up with the name, well, I didn't really come up with the name, but when someone like helped me come up with the name, I was like, I gotta make sure it's like I can have this handle, not like
and that it won't be taken. Yeah, no, I
for
hear
sure.
it.
I did think of one other thing. Do you prefer to work as a babyface or a heel, and why?
Good one. There you go.
Heel.
Yeah,
I
easy,
love I love being mean to people. I love that. I'm not like that in real life, so I love, going out there and being, a little different than I usually am on my day-to-day life.
You know what that is, Jasmine? That's people taking advantage of how kind you are, and then you're allowed to lash out in wrestling promos. That's what that comes from. I know that because I've done it myself.
I'm gonna just throw it out there then, since we're gonna be front row of Podera. If you need somebody to slap to get some heat, I'll take it.
Yeah, both of us. We actually know how to actually
take it. Like that's
fair.
give me a slap.
That's
like
fair.
let's get in on this. I'm sure Ed will let us.
I'll give you my beer. You can throw it on me.
What is going on?
As much as I would love to do that, I know that would get me so much in trouble. I don't know if you guys heard about like the AAA star who got fired from WWE for doing that.
No, but he actually physically hit them.
But
there's a difference there.
Planned. This is planned.
Okay.
Yeah,
that was a random fan, as far as we know.
Yeah.
This is planned. We have documentation. I can message Ed about this.
We would be plants for you. That's different.
Yeah. There's a difference.
Context for that.
I'm down. I'm down. So.
And Ed knows. He knows us, so he knows that you did that for us. So he knows.
That's the thing. Going to be on the show again on April 11th. Going into everything. That's how we're going to wrap everything up. Is we've got all you women coming. And then we're going to have him on the 11th to kind of tie everything up and re-promote everything. That Don West hard sell on the go home. You know what I mean? So
awesome.
We'll let him know that every heel has our full permission to involve us. So that he knows.
Maybe not every heel. We want to have some feeling in our faces and everything. Come on, we can't just give it up for
I'm just saying, I'm not saying everyone to do it, but everyone has permission in case someone does it. They don't be like, well, he said Jazmin can do it, but not this person. But no, everyone.
I love how we're advocating for us to be extras on these wrestling shows. But no, so the whole thing.
Can you just imagine though, James? You and Noah doing the watch along, and then Jazmin walks
Dude, I would mark out for real.
It just throws water at me or beer, so you're like, yo, this whole thing is just wet.
Yeah, because we'll be covering it live on the channels too while they're in the front row. I'll give you a little bit of context for this, Jazmin, so that way you're not worried about it either, because of the whole AAA thing. That whole thing was I forget what the heck is his name. Walter, help me. Hamburger or something.
Hamburguesa.
Hamburguesa. Yeah. He was legitimately elbowing the fan, and it was completely unprovoked. Nobody knows why he did it. He just did it, and it was it was uncalled for. So you'd be fine. Context is everything. I feel when it comes to those situations, because I totally get worrying about that, because you don't want. You're the type of person. Just I have a pretty good judge of character now. After dealing with a lot of weird people. You give me a vibe of you care about the perception of the industry. I promise you'll be all right.
That's why I'm willing to let her do it, because after coming on here for almost an hour and 15 minutes, nothing but good vibes, nothing but positivity, nothing but humbleness. Yeah. Let's have some fun with this. Seriously. Like I said, I've been messaging with Ed back and forth ever since we first reached out to him to come on the show back in January.
Yeah.
Like I said, he messaged me hey, do you want to break this? Hey, do you want to break this? Tell Jazmin this, because she doesn't even know that the match is for her title yet.
Yeah, speaking of, we should promo that before we get off.
He just did it. I just retweeted it. Now he announced it. Now that we said it, he put it on Twitter.
Yeah, I messaged him as soon as I told him about it. As soon as we announced it, I messaged him. I was like, "We just announced it."
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for Mania Week.
If you throw something at me, I probably will frame that shirt and just never wear it again. It'll probably be in my office with all this other stuff that I got to bring.
We do have one more announcement to break. It doesn't directly involve you, but we did tell Ed we would break this announcement as well. The winner of the Poder Championship match between Brittany Blake and Shotzi will be defending the championship at Ladies Night Out.
Ooh. Okay.
We don't know yet who the challenger will be, but whoever wins this match will be defending the Poder title on Ladies Night Out.
That'd be funny if
Ooh.
it's you,
Huge.
Jazmin.
That's interesting. Okay. I would love to wrestle Shotzi one day too.
Hey, title for title, maybe?
I'm really good at those. That's how I won my Ladies Night Out championship. It was title for title, and I got 2 that night.
So, I mean, just saying, like, Ladies Night Out champion versus Poder champion, unification, baby.
Another thing we
I'd be here
manifest.
for it.
You love it.
And it's funny because the last interview we did, she kept telling us, "You got to manifest stuff." Now we're manifesting. We took her advice.
We're taking the advice, and we're manifesting positive energy. Fuck the
Yeah.
negative. Too much negative.
Well, Jazmin, thank you so much for giving us, again, an hour and 15 minutes of your time. We greatly appreciate it. We're going to pull you out. We'll sign off, and then we'll bring you back on, and you can let us know those couple of things that keep off camera, if you choose.
Awesome.
Thank you
Thank you
again.
guys for having me.
We love having you.
Absolutely.
Awesome time.
We look forward to seeing you in person, smack or not.
Yeah, true.
So again, we want to thank the 32 of y'all that are still tuned in watching this. See Bodacious Albert in the chat from after the slam.
Yes.
Good to see you coming and showing us some love. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you retweet, repost this. Go back in the archives. We've been having so many guests on the show. Jocelyn Navarro, the gold standard, this Saturday for Saturday Shenanigans.
Yes.
Thank you again to top tier Jazmin Allure for, again, an hour and 15 minutes of her time. We are going to go ahead and wrap things up, and we will see you guys on Saturday for our regular Shenanigans. Everybody have a good evening.